seven-time African Cup of Nations champions, the Flying Eagles, have failed to qualify for the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, which sadly means that they'll be missing out on the Under-20 World Cup to be held in Indonesia next year. Good morning, Nigerians. Welcome back to the sports segment of the weekend show. My name is Amanda Soki.
And I'm Ayo Adams. Good morning and welcome to the weekend show and Merry Christmas in advance. And now on grassroots football, Kuchikau United, who are located at Karo local government, will be playing their final of their annual football competition tomorrow. The competition housed 4 teams in the knockout format, and now they have the finalists who are Team Bala and Team Joseph playing 4 p.m. tomorrow in Karo. The Coach Lawrence of the team of Kuchikau United stated that this final is going to be a spectacle to watch. So if you happen to be in the environment tomorrow, go and see Team Bala versus Team Joseph playing in the final of their annual competition. And now we move to the latest news. The FIFA Ballon d'Or did not happen this year, but the FIFA Best Award is happening, and it has already happened. And as predicted, Robert Lewandowski has emerged as the winner, beating Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, which is what everybody has been waiting for, I think.
Yeah. It shouldn't be a surprise because, I mean, we've come here every week and he wins all the awards. What actually is getting to me is, if all these awards can hold, why didn't they just host the Ballon d'Or? I'm telling you. Me personally, I feel it's because Messi is not going to win it. That's why they avoided it. Because if they can host the best awards, host all these other awards, why couldn't they just give Lewandowski
I think I'll side with you on that. Yes. I think they know that the narrative this year doesn't suit Messi or Ronaldo. And you could see the picture of Cristiano Ronaldo's face while Lewandowski won. But I think he put that off so people could know, because he voted for Lewandowski.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was actually, you know, when I saw how each individual voted, I was actually very proud of Ronaldo. He voted for Lewandowski, then Messi also, and then who was the third person he voted for? I think it was a goalkeeper. I can't remember, but I was actually very impressed with him. When I saw Messi's own, I was like, oh.
You know, Messi has this relationship with Neymar. Yes, so Neymar Suarez always tops his list. I think the last time he voted to was when Neymar was also in the list. So, and let's be very honest, it's your choice. Yeah, so it's whatever you pick.
No, I can't blame him for voting for Neymar, since they actually have a good relationship. So Lucy Bronze actually won the Best Female Football Award. Do you know what I found funny? Her middle name is Tough.
Tough. Oh, she's quite a tough one.
Yes, exactly. Her full name is Lucy
Bronze.
Yeah, so good. Congrats to her for winning that.
She plays for Manchester City, and it's good to see. It's good to see her there. And I think one other thing that really caught me was Rapinoe, who got nominated, and she felt that she wasn't supposed to because she hasn't played football for close to a year. Yeah. And she said they need to focus more on people who are playing football. And I think that's a good one for Rapinoe. Shows that she's a great one. And also we have Jurgen Klopp, which was a shocker, winning the Coach of the Year award ahead of Hansi Flick, who had the treble in his corner. So I don't understand how the Klopp emerged winner of the best coach.
I don't.
For the second time.
You know, Klopp. I understand. You know, maybe because of Flick, won 3 Champions League, won his own League Cup, and another cup. So Klopp has done great with Liverpool. They did win the Premier League, and I guess maybe they're still, they're still playing great football, still doing well in Champions League, and maybe the Champions League victory is still in their minds. But I don't know what they used to judge, but I mean, it should have been.
I think it should have been Flick, because of why I think it should have been Flick is because it took a mantle from someone who was already crashing off. It came with his own idea and his own tactics, even at his players criticized that, look, boss, this high line is too high. But he still went ahead and played and see him in the Champions League and so on. So I don't know how they voted. Like you said, we don't know the criteria we used to vote. But the world was shocked that, not the world, I think a couple of us were shocked that Flick didn't win it.
Do you know what was actually funny? Like, in terms of how they vote, I find it surprising. I just saw Dele Alli was listed
I don't
as
understand.
top 50
How many
players.
football
I'm
did he play last
when
season?
last did Dele Alli
He
play
played
football?
football.
So I'm like, I would love them to at least show us what they used
As
to.
a criteria to
criteria,
judge.
what is Dele Alli doing getting listed amongst top 50 players? I'm like, he doesn't even kick the ball
He does
anymore for
not.
sports.
He does
So
not.
I mean, and speaking of his teammates, Son won the PUSKAS award for the best goal. If you don't remember the goal, it was the one against Burnley, which he ran past about
78
8 players and then scored a wonderful strike. So I actually voted for him. When I looked at a lot of goals, I think it was between Son and one other player in the South African League.
And then
yes,
we had Luis Suarez.
Yes,
but
so
I think I leaned towards Luis Suarez because I'm a Barcelona fan.
His goal
was nice, but no, you can't take that away from Son running almost the whole field against the Burnley team.
Yeah, I think what tipped me over with Son was just, I was like, in terms of difficulty, I was like,
it was more
Suarez
difficult.
Suarez can do this another day. Yeah,
so and also we have the best 11 showcases the best players in the world. And a lot of players, I mean, you can see it, first-timers, Alphonso Davies and Alexander Trent. And I think, for me, I think they are worthy people to be in that lineup. They deserve to be in that lineup. And you can see Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, no one can take that away from him. He's the best, currently the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah,
one thing I'm still shocked about is how Messi and Ronaldo still made that cut.
I know.
We can always still say that Messi was the best player in the La Liga. So he should be there, if that is what you're using to rate it. But then if you're looking at all-round performances, there are people who perform better than these guys.
I mean, Sané should have been there. You know what I'm wondering, do you think they don't use... Do you think they...
Immobile was the best, was the top scorer in the whole of Europe, and he's not even in the lineup.
So my question is, do you think they don't use per season to judge? They still go with the overall? Because I think if it's per season, Messi and Ronaldo wouldn't be there.
They won't be. If you use season stats to get these things, from now upwards, I don't think Messi and Ronaldo will be in those in those lists anymore, because the numbers that they're racking up is not as much as they did before. But the numbers that they're racking up is the normal numbers for every player. But by their own standards, they've raised the bar too high.
But and I saw Alphonso Davies. He's actually the first North American to be listed.
Wow, that's history.
Gene, I feel North Americans are actually going to soon be. I feel World Cup, maybe like not Qatar, not 2022 World Cup, but maybe
in the near future.
They would start putting up a good challenge. Nowadays, in each league, you see there's an American, we have Pulisic,
You have McKenzie, we have Dest.
Dest doing so well. So that's how you know when teams, investments are about to start paying off for them. So
we're happy for the young talent that we have in the World XI. Hopefully to see more of them coming next season.
Yeah, and speaking of internationals, well, Russia has been banned from competing as a nation from the Olympic Games, Winter Olympic Games and Football World Cup over the next 2 years after the Court of Arbitration for Sports upheld a suspension imposed for breaching anti-doping rules. He also said, meaning Russians can actually go ahead and compete, but they have to compete under a neutral flag. So
that's a sad one. I mean, like at this level of football and technology and advancement in sports, doping, aging, those things, you can't cut corners anymore.
Yes.
You can't cut corners anymore. There are MRI machines that will do this kind.
You
can't. I don't know why people still go that far. You will be caught in the first test.
There's a documentary actually on the whole doping scandal in Russia. And
it's quite a scary one.
I'm actually glad that they gave them a hefty punishment, because people need to, when you just give them a fine, it doesn't make them money is not an issue. Once you ban them, imagine them being banned. I mean, and Russia, luckily for them, they can still play in Euros. They still, but after Euros, because of COVID, and they are still eligible to play for Euros.
And you know what this doping...
And they do really well, but I mean, the
history of doping, what it does to a national team is you now have eyes on you.
Yeah.
No matter the competition you go for, there is always eyes on you. I mean, look at Nigeria's, the squad in that was supposed to go for this competition, over 40-something were found not the age limit. Now they're scouting for players to come. Yes, they're scouting. Right? It's irritating to see now they're looking for players to come and join in the camp.
And I think they're saying they might actually be banned from.
They should be banned.
Yeah, it's not even the case anymore of if you're caught, if you're caught lying about your age and you replace players. No, it's not that anymore. Now a country is if Nigeria is found guilty, you are going to be banned from under 17.
Yes, because it means you're showing no regards for the rules and regulations that govern the game.
Yes.
It's one thing that has been occurring. It's one thing that has been occurring in the Nigerian footballing team. The age. We all see it when they go to play. We see that there is difference, and you don't see them playing as the right age, and it's unfair to the citizens watching football to see you coming on the stage and just messing it up. Well, we hope Russia has gotten their ban, and if Nigeria seems to be found guilty, I'm sure they will have a hefty ban to go along with it. As moving on to Europe, we have the UEFA Champions League update. The draws for the knockout stages are out, and it's going to be played next year, February, so sit tight. But then we have a lot of big games to watch. So Amanda, first off, which game are you looking forward to in this encounter in Europe?
Barcelona versus PSG.
That is I know, right?
Match, right? That's going to, what, even though Barcelona doesn't seem to be like
what they were
before, but PSG, I can't really count on them because they always seem to know how to shoot themselves in the foot.
I think when they get to the big stages, they just collapse.
So I don't know if they can get it right. 100% they should win Barcelona for me. If not, really, the manager is going to be on the hot seat. Yeah, if he doesn't, I believe if he doesn't take them maybe to the finals, at least win it, he should. You have Neymar,
one conversation that came up was when he wasn't among the top three. People kept saying he got to the final, why is Bielsa in there? And I think I was talking with my friend and I responded to him that you see the manpower that PSG has and the checkbook behind him. There is nothing stopping you from taking that Champions League. So if you don't get nominated, that's on him, not the people. Because the people nominated has looked at, do you know how many years we've seen you with this squad and nothing has happened. And for me too, I think for everyone, it's Barcelona and the PSG game is what to look forward to. Neymar coming back to the Camp Nou to come and probably meet his best friend and also put a shame to the board that threw him out. And it's going to be a sight to see if Neymar comes on that into Camp Nou and scores a brilliant goal. Yes. The only reason I might think he will not celebrate is not to spite Messi.
There's also talk of him maybe returning to Barcelona. Do you think
I'm even seeing rumors that the PSG chairman are saying they should start printing jerseys for Messi.
Yeah, I actually believe he shouldn't go to Barcelona, but Messi should be the one to join
Messi should
PSG.
Be the one. I think Messi should go to PSG. Let's see what can happen. I mean, he has in his mind that he wants to leave, and let them allow that to happen. And also another blockbuster match happening. It's Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea, which sees Diego Costa going back to the Stamford Bridge. And
who do you think will win that one?
For me, I think I will go with Chelsea because I feel like they found their rhythm. Not to take anything away from Atletico Madrid, but one thing I've seen in Atletico Madrid is if you look at the Madrid derby with them and Real Madrid, I don't know who planted that mentality in their heads. When they play Real Madrid, it's like as if they are toddlers that don't know how to play anything. They're just off. They didn't really show that they're a team that has not lost a game this season in the La Liga. And it was so hard to watch seeing them play that bad. But if they go against Chelsea, it's going to be a tactical thing.
Yes, 100%.
Chelsea has Thiago Silva, and Simeone, we know him for his defending. He's just improving the attack really well. So I think Chelsea can always be drilled in that team.
Chelsea's attack is what's going to push them over the moon.
Ziyech. I think we'll talk about him later in the show. But for me, I think I'll go with Chelsea.
Yeah, me too, Chelsea. I think I feel to be like a low 1-0 kind of game.
Yeah, because it's not
1-0. Maybe away Chelsea can be 1-1, and when they come home, 1-0. But yeah, good luck to Chelsea. I'm actually hoping EPL teams do go far, despite being dropped out to the Europa League. But it's all right. So moving on to EPL news. Sam Allardyce has been hired as the new West Brom coach after Slaven Bilic was fired. If you know West Ham, they've been struggling this whole season and they are currently 19th on the table. And getting, I guess, Big Sam, he is a specialist. He has actually never been relegated from a club.
Big Sam is what you call, it's your Hail Mary.
Yes.
Big Sam is, it's not when you watch these big American films and you call, oh, Jack Bauer is coming into safety. That's what Big Sam is.
Exactly.
He always comes and he performs.
Yeah, I saw when he had Blackburn and Sunderland,
And
both.
Everton.
Yeah, Everton, at least those two teams, Blackburn and Sunderland, they got him when they were actually 19th. And he took them to 15th and 17th. Currently, West Brom is 19th. I believe he will definitely save them. I don't see him getting relegated anytime soon. And also, some more news. Well, Manchester United striker Edison Cavani has been charged by the Football Association for his controversial social media post and could face a 3-game ban after scoring the Man United's winner against Southampton. I guess one of his friends had posted a congratulatory message and he replied using a term considered racist. I think he's the term negrito, so he's facing sanctions for that. And hopefully, I mean,
it's
there's
sad.
nothing more.
For me, they keep saying it. We keep saying it. Black Lives Matter. Racism. Football doesn't support racism.
Yeah.
It should not.
Even though he is, because it was actually his friend.
It was his friend.
So I feel his is more of ignorance. But I feel at his stage, I mean,
he's a
the
world-class player in a world-class football team.
To Suarez
so many
before,
people don't play with it.
You can say it's behind closed doors
but
to your friends,
but
not on social media. I mean,
for me, whatever penalty is being awarded to him is fine.
I saw Man United player Rio Ferdinand. He was saying that he blames Manchester United for actually not
poor education,
for not educating him about the cultural change. Yeah. But I mean, I feel as a star, he should have already known that.
He should have already known. I don't think some things we need to sit some people down and tell them they are big enough to know what is and what. And you've been in the Premier League. You've seen everyone taking the knee. That's a bad one. If they give him 3 to 5, I think it's enough for him to serve his punishment. And moving on, we were back to Chelsea. Chelsea have suffered back-to-back defeats in the Premier League. They lost to Everton and now they've lost to Wolves. And it's all raw about the Frank Lampard's star-studded men they are now vulnerable.
The one thing that I found is this Premier League is just so unpredictable. 1 minute, everybody is singing praises about Chelsea, how they're going to win the league. Next thing, 2 losses back to back. And literally, it was, I watched the Wolves game. It was, Chelsea played really well, but it's not as if Wolves are not pushovers. The second half, Wolves came back and they played so well and deserved the win.
What I would take out from those 2 games, I don't think Chelsea deserve to lose those 2 games, and here is why. Against Everton, they hit the woodwork twice. They have like a lot of things to look forward to. In that all round they can still play. Even the Wolves game, they had opportunities to clinch the game. I feel like that Wolves game should have ended 1-1 if Zuma just made that tackle.
Yeah, he hit the.
He should have just made the net uncomfortable so you wouldn't get that shot across. But I think they miss Hakim Ziyech. I really think they miss Hakim Ziyech. And
I also feel their striker
Werner.
Yeah, well, he hasn't actually been informed to me.
His scoring goals has been poor, but his all-round performance has been really good.
Yeah,
he works a lot. He's a hard worker. That's why he's still in the team.
He's been in great positions, but just
to put the ball at the back of the net.
He's currently not going.
Maybe Giroud's shadow is covering them too. He's hovering over their heads.
I don't know what's happening, but also another team that has been doing well, Liverpool. I mean, despite them suffering early injuries, but they're back from day one. I mean, the match between them and Spurs, they came out on top, winning 2-1. And I remember at the end of the game, Mourinho said the best team lost.
I don't understand what he meant by that. We didn't watch the same game, and he was right there on the pitch saying the best team lost.
I know, Mourinho is so funny.
Mourinho is such a sight to see.
Well, when Liverpool won that game, I was like, oh man, this is what determines champions. This is
last minute goals, clinchers.
Yes, as in taking opportunities, because even the. When teams, with all that pressure, Spurs are in great form. I mean, they could have lost the match, but that champion spirit in them is what.
It's something
that's why you can't count them out of this winning the league again. So
we're talking about champions. The FA Cup champions last season are not going so well in the Premier League. Arsenal, they played 1-1 draw to Southampton, but that was not the major headline. The major headline is the Gabriel getting sent off, and that's the 6th sending off this year. And like that's the third in the Premier League. We had Pepe sent off, Xhaka sent off, now Gabriel, and it shows what is going on in the Arsenal dressing room. Arsenal is not a team that offensive. They are not the team that
they're aggressive.
They're aggressive. They're not the sorry. The aggressive is the word. They're not the aggressive ones. So why are they getting this yellow card, this red card?
You know, maybe you know how everyone is always saying how they're soft in the midfield. Maybe Arteta has been trying to put, and they're now overdoing it.
They're clearly overdoing it.
I mean, Gabriel has been a rock in defense for them. So to see him get that red card, I mean, and
within 8 minutes.
Yeah, and they face Everton. And Everton right now are finding from Arsenal. Oh gosh, right now fighting relegation.
I feel for Arsenal fans. I feel for Arsenal fans.
And anyway, with the positive, at least I feel they can take is that Aubameyang scored a goal, and
that's good, man.
When he scored, I could see
energy, and he went to hug music so hard.
So I feel them losing. They are missing Partey, in fact.
No, they miss Partey, and they still lack creativity in that middle. I think if they're not going to bring back Mesut Ozil into the squad, they should get an Eriksen.
Even if he's on loan.
Just get somebody. Something needs to work.
I feel they'll get someone this
Something
January.
Needs to
they
work.
do need to get creativity once Partey returns, and hopefully their defense just starts to act right. If not, it's our benefit. But anyway, moving on. So Manchester United.
Manchester United
has been surprising everyone. Currently sitting Manchester United 6th, above City, above Chelsea, above
2 games in hand.
And we still have a game in hand against Burnley. And if we do win that game, Manchester United will actually be second. So when I think of it, I'm like, what is going on with this thing? I mean, like, with all the, backlash and, also, with the win against Sheffield, this was actually Manchester United 10. This was like they have a record that the first side ever 2+ goals in 10 consecutive away games. Away we are doing great, but at home it's been terrible for Manchester United.
Maybe they should just clean up Old Trafford and make Manchester United fans feel like
maybe they need the fans. We also saw another person that has been struggling for Anthony Martial scored and assisted a goal.
Pogba had a really good game.
Pogba also had
for me, all round, Manchester United were good on that day. My problem is, why not keep this? Keep this energy consistent. First thing first, just make sure that backline is safe, because that first goal was so annoying, because the captain, Harry Maguire, the centre back, giving the ball back to Dean Henderson. You're supposed to take that ball out of the box.
We've been trying to play from the back, and that is not one of Manchester United's greatest strengths. So, I mean, defense has actually been our problem. Even last season, when Manchester United went on the great run that saw us push and finished 3rd in the league, our defense was actually costing us, almost trying to cost us games, but the attack was just so potent that really they were just outscoring opponents. So even right now, and I'm like, okay, it's much, because this was around the period Man United started gaining form last year and went on a great run. So I'm like, are they about to start doing that? Because once Pogba is at his best and once our strikers are scoring, honestly, we have actually one of the best teams, honestly saying. And, so it's just like defenders. Can you people get it together?
So
Maguire, Lindelof.
I just think maybe they need more motivation in that. We'll probably bring in another defender who will make one of them sit up. Because I feel if Manchester United can beef up that defense, I think they can compete 100%, for the league. 100%. Like, Chris, just win the game you have in, and you're second.
Literally.
And it's easy. And you know
when things sound so easy for Manchester United, we never just look at the Sheffield game. I was like, oh God, this game just seems like this is such an easy game, but I know my team, we're going to make it hard for ourselves, but at least we played well and at least we did win that game.
Manchester did win. And also talking about people winning back-to-back, we're moving on to La Liga, where Real Madrid has since I don't know what it's in that word when a coach hears he wants to get sacked. Especially now, Ole, I think Zidane is taking from Ole's playbook. Since we spoke on the show about Zidane crashing out into the Europa League, They've not lost a game.
They've not lost a game.
And it's not just any game. They won with Gladbach. They beat Sevilla, beat Atletico Madrid, beat Atletico Bilbao. Those are big, those are big wins. That shows that, well, one thing for me with Madrid is the fact that no matter how bad their form is, they still come up on the day and show. And you see that man on the screen, Karim Benzema, he's been the vital man this season.
He has.
He's been
so
phenomenal.
With
I mean, like, with Ronaldo's departure, everyone thought this is going to go bad. But Benzema has not. He stepped up to the party.
He did.
He
100%,
He stepped up to the party and like he showered. I don't know. His coach showered him praises to be the best forward of all time in France, which I frankly disagree. But I think it's part of the top. It's among the top ones, and he deserves all the accolades that he gets.
100%. And speaking of another team doing great without not losing, AC Milan. AC Milan currently are unbeaten and sitting at the top of the Serie A league. Behind Inter Milan is second, just a point behind them. And also they are 4 points above Juventus, who is coming in third. Do you think they can win the league?
For me, I think, like you said, throughout in Europe this season, there's been a shift. Teams they are matching up. Quality has improved in every team, and 100%. That AC Milan team has a lot of quality. It's Hakan coming up, Kessie, and so on, and then Zlatan.
So for me, I just think this is the year for them. Does to teams.
He gives them that extra motivation. Before we finish up the AC Milan one, some people also like Barcelona. The headline says Barcelona beats league leaders. Last on the screen. Barcelona are currently not the league leaders in La Liga. That shows the shift in football. Barcelona are struggling right now, but then they are on the cusp of a back-to-back win, but they are still struggling. But it shows that there was a shift this year. We used to see that is stopping the league, but we still have what is going on. In the EPL, Liverpool is stopping it, but we know what is going on. Same thing in France and so on. So AC Milan, I think if they do well, this might be their year.
For me, I personally want to see them just for some competition.
I'm tired of seeing Juve carrying that trophy.
Exactly. Let someone else win it.
Let someone else do it.
AC Milan, we want you to keep on doing great things and just win the league for everyone out there in football. I love Ronaldo, but
and now we move to boxing. Our very own world heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua, knocked out Cobra Pulev in the 9th round of that match. And one takeaway from that game was the fact that Anthony Joshua is so improved and his uppercuts, but take nothing away from Pulev. Pulev was on mark. But the major highlight after the game was Anthony Joshua calling out Fury saying, I want to compete with whoever has the champion, who has the belt, who I'll compete against. If it's Fury, let it be Fury. And almost immediately, Fury responded, let's go. And that you will knock Anthony Joshua out in less than 4 rounds. So we hope to see that happen in 2021. They say he might go down in Saudi Arabia or Qatar. Well, we'll see if that happens.
Right. So moving on to the NBA, we saw Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents but currently, seen as Greek. He currently signed the richest contract in NBA history. He extended his contract with his current team Bucks for a reported fee of $228.2 million. So, I mean, this is great news. Big money.
That's big money.
It was said, like, during the NBA draft, he couldn't afford buying a suit to even attend. So, I mean, great story. He's a 2-time MVP winner, also Defensive Player of the Year. So, he does have great stats to back him up. And good luck to you.
Good luck to Giannis.
We love to see Nigeria do well.
And still on basketball, we have a guest today on Skype. Her name is Palas Kunai Akpana. She's a Nigerian basketballer. She plays in Belgium in a club called Namo Basket. So we're going to have her on the show for her to chit chat about what has been going on with her career and what she has planned for young Nigerians. So let's have her on Skype. Hi, good morning, Palas.
Hi, happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
My name is Ayo Adams.
And I am Amanda Tsuki.
So let's get straight into it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So how has it been playing in Belgium?
It's been really good. We are in the midst of our season right now, middle of the season, so excited to keep on winning and keep doing well. Okay,
so you're the founder of CROEX, and it's a foundation and company dedicated to helping and empowering disadvantaged women in Nigeria. What can you tell us?
Absolutely.
What inspired you to bring Croex into existence, and what are your plans for it?
Well, honestly, the real inspiration was my mom. She's a huge powerhouse in my life, and she's inspired me in so many ways. So I feel like this was just a way to kind of not only give back, but also build something that could grow beyond me and beyond my life.
Okay, and one of the things I see Corex is involved with is to establish camps centered around, to also expand to women in the older demographics of 40 to 50. I mean, how do you intend on, helping women, who are older, of course, to get fit and, live a healthy life? What do you intend to do to promote such lifestyles?
Absolutely. Well, Amanda, the big issue that we've been seeing in Nigeria is that we are really behind in our way of thinking with, especially